Deli has been a South Orange fixture dating back to 1927. While the location and owners have changed some over the years, much remains the same. That includes 79-year-old Jack Burdorf, whose father Heinz originally owned the deli.
He's worked here since 1962. I call him Uncle Jack. I've known him since I'm a baby.
Matt Wansky is Town Hall Deli's co-owner. His father took over in 2003, but is now semi-retired. To Matt, Jack is like family.
Not only is he the nicest person I've ever met and the best sandwich maker here by far and taught me everything I don't know currently, he's the best friend that anybody could ask for.
I told them you made the best Sloppy Joe sandwiches.
Well, we've been making them a long time. I don't know if that means it, guys.
So let's get right to it.
Okay.
You're known for the Jersey Sloppy Joe, all right? So that's not the Sloppy Joe we're used to, right? The
It's
one
not that chopped meat on the bun garbage that other people serve around the rest of the United States.
This is a Jersey Sloppy
This is
Joe.
a New Jersey official Sloppy Joe. We're the birthplace, and this is how it should be made everywhere. Originally, the origin is in Cuba. So many moons ago, in the mid-30s, the mayor of Maplewood, our neighboring town to the South Orange here, Mayor Sweeney, he went to Havana, Cuba.
There was a bar there called Sloppy Joe's in Havana. Apparently it's still there. And they used to get a sandwich here from time to time. But when they came back, Mayor Sweeney came into the store and said to my father, Heinz, and to Fred Jost, who was also very as involved as my father in it, he wanted a sandwich, something like they got in Cuba.
Original ham and tongue Sloppy Joe.
So tongue's not so popular. Do people still
Not
buy it?
anymore. Totally, absolutely. Our original customers, our older customers, they love it. They stand by it. The original Joe was ham and cow tongue, which used to be a throwaway meat, as was the ham. It was easy, just cheap and easy to acquire. Now, not so much. There's only one per cow on the tongues. It's very expensive. But it's a delicacy. It tastes just like corned beef. Most people wouldn't know the difference between corned beef and tongue unless you've been eating it most of your life.
So the original sort of morphed into the favorite Sloppy Joe,
The favorite
right?
Sloppy Joe.
So every sandwich here starts with the slice, right?
It starts with a slice of this Pullman rye bread right here. This Pullman rye bread is rye bread made in a white bread mold. And most people cut the bread vertically like this. We take the ends off of it, all the crust, most of the crust off, and we cut it horizontally like this. They'll tell you, our older customers, when they were little, they would come in here and Uncle Jack would give them a buttered bread end. And they call this the heel of the bread. You can tell how old somebody is by the price of it. They used to be free, then 5 cents, 10 cents, and a quarter. If you're in your 60s, they were about 15 cents when you were a kid.
That's awesome.
After you got out of school.
Oh my God, these stories are great here.
So this is just the bottom piece. We get rid of this. We don't need that. But again, it tastes good with a little butter on it. And the first slice is a little crunchy, but the middle of the bread right here and the next about 10 slices is where the gold is. This is the gold here. See this one? Feel this one's a little stiffer than that one?
Okay.
And this one is just
this is
buttery,
like soft.
perfect.
This is like a wonton wrapper almost. It's so thin, right?
Perfect. It's the way bread should be.
So,
you want to eat the meat in the sandwich, you want to eat the bread.
How do you make the rest of it?
3 slices of bread. We put 2 laying flat down, side by side. You have roast beef on the top, turkey on the bottom. On top of both of those, you get our homemade coleslaw, which is brined and drained for 3 days. After it's dry, we spread it out and we do what's called pushing the coleslaw. So we separate the strands of coleslaw so A, it doesn't come out in one bite in your mouth, and B, it makes the sandwich nice and flat. Looks very pretty. After that, we layer our homemade Russian dressing, which is made from our homemade mayonnaise as well. On top of that, we put Swiss cheese, which covers the Russian and separates the top layers of bread from the Russian dressing. And then we put a thin layer of butter on the top piece. Again, to keep the bread fresh and to keep the Russian away so the sandwich doesn't get soggy. And we stack it all together, cut it in 8 slices, wrap it in our deli wax paper here, and everything goes in a pastry box after that. And then we tie it with our Town Hall Deli blue string.
Is this like one order?
This is a 1 whole Sloppy Joe. It's meant to be shared between 2 to 3 people. You can get a half a Joe just yourself, so just 4 of these squares as opposed to the 8.
There's no way I could eat this by myself.
You could eat 1. Good?
Get out. Wow, this is so good.
Thank you so much. So you can see when you take the bite that because the Russian is in between the coleslaw and the Swiss cheese, it kind of squirts and it doesn't squirt out the back.
It's
saucy.
It's really saucy. The Russian dressing is
sweet, savory. It's got a lot going on. I mean, the flavor profile is just from start to finish. The tartness of the bread. It's real traditional rye bread.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, it's just a girl and her sandwich. I'm sorry.
Of
Can you
course.
just leave me alone for a
Absolutely, absolutely. Enjoy.
second? Wow. You're saying it is saucy. And what's really interesting about the sandwich is that the Russian dressing doesn't it doesn't seep through the bread.
It doesn't seep through the bread. It doesn't shoot out the back. No, it's because of the dry coleslaw. So our coleslaw is brined for 3 days and dried. Because it's not soaking wet, the Russian dressing kind of maintains its profile and doesn't separate, and it doesn't get all soggy.
This is like brilliant. So if you are coming to the Town Hall Deli, you better get a Sloppy Joe because this is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Town Hall Deli is open 7 days a week.